let's see. Berta.
Here.
Tori.
Here.
I'm here. Byron, is Byron there?
Yeah, I'm here.
She was willing to get.
There he is. All right. Jim is here. Patsy Smith Morgan.
I'm here,
Oh, there. Where are you?
right here.
Patsy's not on yet. That's Tati.
Patsy. You're not Patsy.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Jakob.
I'm here.
Where are you? There he is. I got my first dose of the vaccine, so if I freak out here, just carry on without me. Crystal Hill Melvin.
Present.
Tati is here. Patsy Smith Morgan. Is she here?
Not yet.
Mary.
Here.
Did I miss anybody? Did Chris resign? Is that right?
Yeah.
And what about Scott Phillips? Did he resign?
Scott's here.
Where is he?
He's
Oh, there he is. Sorry. Okay. So Chris resigned. Did I miss anybody? It's Gabrielle. I think I got everybody. Trey Roberts.
Here.
Is he here? Is Trey here?
Trey's probably not here. He sent a note saying that he might not make it. So.
All right. Did I get everybody? I think so. So we're missing 2 and 1 who resigned. So we definitely have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. We'll go next to the approval of the Human Relations Commission's agenda for February. Everybody's had an opportunity to look at it. If any adjustments? I hear none, so I'm looking for a motion to approve the HR agenda.
I
Motion to
approve.
approve the February agenda.
I approve.
So Jim and Tati. Okay, thank you. We'll go to the next, the approval of the minutes from the January 14th, 2021 meeting. Any adjustments or changes needed? Hearing none, I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes from January for the Human Relations Commission, January minutes done on January 14th, 2021.
Motion to approve the January 14th, 2021 minutes.
I second that motion.
So Jim and Jakob. Thank you. This City Council liaison remarks. Councilor Fort had a scheduling conflict. We did hear from her office. She will be joining us starting March. So our March 11th meeting, she will start joining us. Next on the agenda is Executive Director Report.
Good evening, everyone. So good to see y'all this month.
Hello.
Everybody good?
Yes.
Wonderful. So I've got a few things to share with you all. One is the Boards and Commissions Equity and Inclusion Training Survey. Have you all received that yet?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. If you haven't completed that yet, you have until February 28th to do so. And the purpose behind the survey is that part of our Office of Equity and Inclusion work plan is to get all of our boards and commissions trained so that they can apply a racial equity lens to all of the work that they're doing. So we're just seeing where folks are, what level of training they've received in the past, and if there's a desire to receive kind of the basics, or if you've had the basics, you want the higher level. That's what the survey is going to tell us. So just wanted to let y'all know that's out there, and you have until the end of this month to complete that. The second thing really comes from last month. We had 2 items where there were questions, and one was in reference to the discrimination laws related to the LGBTQ community. A couple weeks ago, I presented at Council's Economic Development and Innovation Committee, and I went over the scores for the municipal, I always say municipality, I think it's Municipal Equality Index score, or MEI. And with that, they assess how welcoming communities are based upon policies and procedures and practices. So there's a ton of different criteria that the city is responsible for. And one specific area was looking at having a non-discrimination ordinance related to the LGBT community in private employment, in private housing, and in private accommodations. And so state law does not permit us to do that. So it's called Dillon's rule. So none of the municipalities in North Carolina got points for that. But I know that there's been some questions about it, and some of the other jurisdictions have been trying to enact their own laws. But, you know, Raleigh has taken the stance that we're not going to do anything illegal. You know, we want to support the LGBTQ community. We want to make sure that Raleigh is a welcoming place, and we're going to do so in a variety of ways through our programming. We've hosted several events with the LGBTQ Chamber here in Raleigh. And most recently, we've launched a Talk Inclusion series, and the next piece of that is going to be the LGBTQ basics training. So there's a training coming up. It's in February. I believe it's February 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. And if you go to our website, raleighnc.gov, and just throw in the search LGBTQ, it'll come up and you can register for that training. It's free of charge. But it's going to be put on by the Director of Education from the LGBT Center of Raleigh, Corey Hennessy. So if anybody is interested, you can go to the website. We can also get the link. I'll throw the link in the chat, you know, while you guys are meeting. So that's one thing that I wanted to follow up on. The second question from the last meeting was in reference to the questions about a Black Affairs Board or an African American Affairs Board. And I wanted to just give y'all some feedback. I know we had been talking about, you know, what would be the Human Relations Commission's role in something like this. And I'll tell you that the city is very interested in doing this, and they're actually doing some research around what that would look like and who would we need to engage. So that wouldn't be something that this board would work on. It's going to be something that's coming out of the city. So, you know, there's a great appetite for it. You know, I'm definitely supportive of it. Not that my opinion matters much, but I think this board has mentioned it and discussed it as one of the areas that we do have concern about, and one of the things that we do want to see happen. So I just wanted to let y'all know that there have been some talks really at the city leadership level about the possibility of doing that. So I have no more information than that at this time. I just want to keep y'all informed that, you know, talks are happening about that. Any questions?
On the non-discrimination state law that's not allowing Raleigh to make any changes, is there any work going on, any committees or any work that's being done to work on that law?
Not that I'm aware of. You know, we left that in committee with EDI, and they were really, the focus was on just increasing our score for the equality index, and not necessarily going to the general legislature to, you know, change that at this time.
So would that be something to go to our senators or Congress? A
Yes.
state senator? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the city, it would be right to the, okay. And my other question is, when we, so you're saying that the city is doing the research on the African American Commission Board Affairs, whatever the name would be. So this team would not be part of that research team or have input into any of those thoughts? I mean, when I know the Hispanic, we had input into that.
Yeah.
Is it more that, so I'm kind of lost that, so it's kind of like a done deal and that we don't need our input? I'm kind of lost.
No, I think right now they're just really vetting what it would take to actually do it.
Okay.
We don't have much more information about the engagement of that. I know before we've been involved kind of with the Police Advisory Board, and we've been with the Hispanic and Immigrant Affairs. I don't know to what extent they would engage us.
Okay.
I don't want to speak prematurely. I'm just letting you all know that this is something that is being talked about as a real possibility, which is amazing. So I just want to let y'all know before we get ahead of the, because we sometimes, like at last month's meeting, there was a question about it and we really didn't have any information at that point. And so I went back and followed up, and there is some work being done around it. I'm sure they will let us know, if and when they need support for that. But that is something that is being worked on at the leadership level.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions on these three items? I can cross off the training. I had that on my list too. It had it on that it's going to be 2 different dates, February 18th and February 23rd.
For the training?
For the LGBT basic?
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
And Marquita put it in the chat so you can go and register for your date. There's a daytime one, and I think an evening one, which is the one that I mentioned. And then I've got one last announcement. I think maybe Marquita wants to make this announcement. I'll let Marquita make her important announcement.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Caesar. So you all, this will be my last HRC meeting. I am leaving the city and transitioning to another position effective next Friday. What date is that? February the 19th. Yes, so I'll be transitioning to Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation. But I have really enjoyed, and it's very bittersweet. I have enjoyed working with you all. I've grown and learned so much. So I'll just be working with you all in a different capacity because I plan to still be involved in the community. Raleigh is my home. So you're not getting rid of me. I'll just be working with you in a different capacity. But yes, thank you.
Oh, Mikey, we're gonna miss you.
I know I miss y'all too. I really am.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I told her my heart's broken.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
We just take a moment to celebrate Marquita. Let's just give her a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad we weren't in person. Well, one day we'll be in person and we'll celebrate this.
We can, yeah.
We'll get together and celebrate this. We are all heartbroken, but we wish you well and success and all great things that you. Okay.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so
Well, obviously, folks are wondering, okay, who's going to be our staff liaison? And we're going to try to get her position filled as quickly as possible. In the interim, you are stuck with me. Guys in advance. But we're definitely going to get you guys someone. It'll be a little bit, maybe about a month or two, but if you need anything, just reach out to me. Also reach out to Demetrius. But we're going to miss Marquita, and it is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
For me, it's been like the never-ending goodbye. It's like when it's just like, dang, every day. But again, I'm very proud of Marquita and excited for her new venture. And she will be connected to us. We're going to try to rope her back in at some point. In fact, I've already tried. So
yeah, good.
That concludes my remarks.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay. Staff, before I make my remarks, anything from staff? Marquita or I know Byron, your piece we'll talk about in committee, but anything, Marquita?
The only thing is really everyone's already received the email in regards to the upcoming Raleigh Unity Day giveaway event. And so just a couple of things to highlight. We're The goal is to serve 1,000 adults and 1,000 children at the giveaway. It will be February the 20th. It's a Saturday at Southeast Raleigh High School. We were out there today looking through logistics. And so we're really excited. We're expecting a lot of people to come through. And thank you all for your support with that. And also in the email is a flyer. So if you can definitely promote that through your networks, your social media. And then also we have some volunteer opportunities. So we need assistance with packing the bags because we're going to give like care packages away, and then assistance on the actual day to help people, to make it as smooth as possible. But really, we're excited about that. It's coming along great. So that's just the update I have from staff.
That was the 26th.
The 20th.
The 20th.
20th.
I have a, go
And I'll
on.
put a link to the event because I think it's on our webpage as well in the chat.
Did somebody have a comment?
I like to volunteer.
There's a volunteer genie in that link.
Yeah, so it's through Sign Up Genius. So what I'll do is I'll resend the email back out tonight, so you'll have it, and you just click on the Sign Up Genius, and you can see the different opportunities to put your name there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I have a question. I did send an email earlier, but I have to be to work at 11. So I know the sign up says till 11:30. So can you use someone till like 10:30?
Absolutely. We'll use you as long as you allow us to use you. So yeah, that's fine.
I just want to make sure. So
Yeah.
I'll go back and sign. I mean, I did go on the link, but then I saw the time. So.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yes. Thank you.
So tomorrow is a sign up day because I signed up for tomorrow. So we're starting tomorrow with putting the packages together.
No,
I'm just
tomorrow-
wondering,
Mary, tomorrow is when they're gonna set up for Monday.
oh,
Is this the update, Marquita? Are we updating right now about the event, or should we wait?
no, we'll do
until-
that in committee. I was expecting Marquita to do another thing, but I was expecting her to talk about the shared drive more than, but we'll talk about this more in detail with the committee. All right, so well, I will talk about the shared drive in my piece. Okay, so chairman report. So February 1st was National Freedom Day. This celebrates the signing of the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery in 1865. February 23rd is Asian American Women 2021 Equal Pay Day. And of course, we know February is Black History Month and also Human Relations Month. So February is a busy month. As Keith started, Chris Cozy has resigned from the commission this month. Work obligations are lending it so that he's not going to be able to fulfill his time on this commission. His resignation has been sent to the city clerk in the process to begin with city council getting us our next commissioner has started. Chris was the chair of the bylaws committee. And right now on that committee, we have Gabrielle and Patsy. If anyone is interested in this committee, please let me know. Because of we have two major things happening in February. Any work around this committee will happen sometime in March. Chris and Gabrielle had started looking at we want to get our bylaws updated before the end of June, before our session is done. But because I know we have two major things happening in February, just if anybody's interested, realize that we probably won't go back to start working on that until sometime in March. So I had the opportunity to spend some time at the Hispanic Immigrant Affairs Board. the city, they had the city come in and do a floodplain presentation, which was fairly interesting. And Marquita, I talked to Marquita about it, and sometime, April, May, we will have that presentation. We'll have that person come in and do a presentation for this board, this commission. And then they went into their bylaws. So they're still at that bylaws. Jacob, you have your hand up? Did you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask if you could repeat the name of the new team Gabrielle was talking about, or something like that. Do you mind repeating the name of it that you were just talking about?
Oh, the bylaws committee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Chris was part of the bylaws committee. So
Okay, thank you.
Gabrielle and Patsy are also members of that committee. All right. That might be something you might be interested in. But you can think about it. We're like I said, we've got some major things happening right now, so that'll go to the back. Let's see. They dealt with they're still in the bylaws stage. So I also attended the police advisory board, which was, they've added to their, I wouldn't say their board, but they now have a liaison with the Raleigh Police Department. And they have one person that's from the Raleigh Police Department that will be attending their meetings. This meeting, the city attorney was part of this meeting. The police advisory board had submitted some questions. I guess they're feeling where their boundaries are, what they should be looking at, and kind of feeling that out. So they had the city attorney and they were asking some questions. It was fairly interesting. And the fact that they're going to have a Raleigh Police Department person to help them too with questions and policies. So I thought that was good. I went to the city council meeting. Our work plan will go before the city council March 2nd. So I will be on the agenda March 2nd, bearing anything changing, for them to approve our work plan. And as I started to say, we have a lot of projects happening at the same time. We got off and started and we were just gangbusters. And because of that, I think, well, I know that the communication hasn't gotten to everybody in a timely manner. So starting Monday, I'm going to send out a weekly update. Now, sometimes it'll be, a couple of sentences, and sometimes it might be more, with whatever a committee is working on, or just to keep everybody up to date. I think we've all started going gangbusters on these things, and we've not shared, or I've not shared enough. We now have a shared drive that we can use, and I'm going to go in and create folders for our committees so that people can either go into the shared drive. I'll probably be on that Monday note linking to that shared drive. So you'll be able to see what's going on either on your own or waiting for that Monday update. But I'm hoping that will make everybody feel a little bit connected into the projects we're working on. My next thing is budget. So I think I've mentioned this before, we have an approved budget that takes us to the end of June 2021. And it was 22,272. It was a combination of some funds from the prior year and our 2021 allocation. We approved in our last meeting 12,500 for the Unified Raleigh care packages, which leaves us a balance right now of 9,772. Knowing that we have from March to June If anyone in your committees is thinking about something that we will spend money on before June, please let me know, because I'm going to put that together so we have some idea. We have some celebrations, activities that we've sponsored in the past that happen in the city of Raleigh. I'd like to make sure we do that. So I'm going to kind of look for a list and get your approval on those items before they come up, because we missed the African American. Oh, I also attended the African American program that happened at the end of the month. I went to a couple of, they did it virtually. I went to a couple of events. It was really good being that it was virtual. But we've in the past have been a sponsor of that, and we weren't this year. So I don't want another event to go by that we missed. So I'm going to work on a list to make sure that we're sponsoring. So anybody have any events they know about before the end of June that we have sponsored before, or that you feel it would be good for us to sponsor in the community this year, please let me know. Let's see. I don't know if you've all seen this, there was we've just recently, I think it was yesterday or day before, we got a Human Relations Commission, the local Human Relations statewide meeting, save the date for March 30th. It'll be from 9:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. and Salisbury will be the host for this quarter. I think that's it for me. Anybody have any questions of me? Or any questions around this report or things that I've said? Okay. All right, so we'll go to the next thing on the agenda. Item, and where's my agenda? Okay, folks, where's my agenda? Oh, here we go. All right, so public comment. We have someone for public comment?
Yeah, one request, Quanta Edwards, and I don't see her online. There is one person who is via phone. I'm not sure, is that Quanta, Ms. Edwards? So you can unmute yourself, but otherwise I don't see her on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not her.
All right. So we'll then now go to committees. Grants Committee.
Keith, would you like for me to speak?
Yeah, please, take it away.
Okay. So Grants Committee, we have a very busy February ahead of us. Some of us met on, February 4th, I believe. Yeah, February 4th, we met with Marquita. And what she did was she walked through us the grants application process. We've received 41 grants, 41 applicants for human services grants. We will begin interviewing all of the different organizations starting next week. We will be interviewing for 4 days, February 16th, 18th, 23rd, and 25th. And so we are just trucking along doing that. That's my update. Keith, any follow up on that?
Oh, starts Tuesday.
Yeah. So Marquita, thank you so much for being very organized and getting us to this place. We're looking forward to next week.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
excited.
Marquita.
Yes, thank you, Marquita.
For y'all.
Yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be interesting. It's the first time doing it virtually, but you've got us all organized and ready to go. And the fact that we have enough people involved. Anybody have any questions for the Grants Committee? Our first interviews start on the 16th, right?
Right.
All right. Community Relations and Celebrations Committee.
Hey, everyone. Marquita, we're gonna miss you so much, and I bet you're gonna miss my emails. For which one, the communication or celebration? Which one, Mary, did you say?
Celebration.
Celebration. Well, so as you all know, we did the, can I just give the update on both the diversity as well? Because it's all the same really, but
Yes, go
I'll
on.
go ahead and do the, for the celebration. Remember last year we were gonna, we did the huge event for the community and we decided to take our big budget, which was the Mayor's Unity Day, and use it for this event on February 20th and March 6th. And so there's a huge list of stuff that we put together. And then, well, I shouldn't say we, I think it was mainly Demetrius, Marquita, and all these guys, wonderful people, but they already bought everything and are ready to do the work, and which we'll update you all on that event separately. But for now, that's where that money is going. We thought at one point we're going to need an additional $2,500, but we're all good with that.
No, we
So-
don't. No. Sorry, Berta.
What,
We
Mary?
got another email from Dimitri after
Oh,
Marquita.
you need the 2,500?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, no.
I'm
What
sorry,
did you
I'm a
do?
little late on my email. Sorry, so I'm emailing
That's all
everybody late at crazy hours. I apologize.
No
Yes.
worries, no worries at all. Okay, so that's fine. And so we probably need to make a motion, someone needs to make a motion probably to approve it, or do we? Dr. Caesar, do we need to approve this or no?
Yes, we do. So sorry about that, Berta.
No, it's okay, go ahead and make a motion, or whoever wants to make a motion to approve the 2,500.
So we, to complete both events, the funding that we approved last month, should have listened to Gabriella, who said, don't we need more money? We found out we do need more money. And lesson learned, next time we have a vote for money, I'll make it more of a window than a straight amount. But we do need $2,500 additional dollars on our end for the both events. So I'd like someone to make a motion, or I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Well, I should. So anybody, so I'm looking for an approval for the additional $2,500 for the CARES package for Unified Raleigh project.
Aye. You good? Kathy's good? Keith? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Raise your hand, please. And yeah, we're taking a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone want any discussion? I didn't ask for discussion. I'm sorry, folks. Any discussion? Okay, sorry about that. Messed that up. Okay.
So, and then thank you for that, everyone. But we also, so that's all set. So if you have time, go ahead and please sign up for the Sign Up Genius so we can be there. It's very well organized. Demetrius, Deja did a great job breaking everything and pulling everything together. I think that's it, and that leaves us until June. So we can talk later about more events like that. But March 6th is all set. I think they took care of all the details, how things are, and they're going to be sending emails out to like more details about how everything's going to be done. But go ahead and sign up if you don't mind, please, guys. A couple hours in the cold is okay. That's
And
it
we're going to be
for
doing
the-
this where? The setups is going to be at the,
you mean the gathering is at the Raleigh Convention
right,
Center?
that's what,
And, yeah, so that's Friday. Tomorrow, I believe, is when you don't all have to be there every day because there's Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So you guys pick a day that you are comfortable with, and just, I think we're gonna have plenty of good people helping, but so don't like get fired from work if if you need to be at work, we understand, but it's very well organized. Tomorrow is like breaking up stuff and kind of getting organized, and Monday the filling of the bags will start. But we, long term, we need to look at other good events that we can do that can bring, help the community and really show that the city is taking care of its citizens.
All right, thank you.
Question.
Any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do. So,
Yeah.
for volunteering, is it supposed to be like only within us, or are we like allowed to invite our families and friends?
You can, we left it open for everyone, right, Demetrius?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a public volunteering thing.
yes.
Well, you don't want a bunch of people though, because we were talking about maybe like some people mentioned maybe calling like the younger people that need a form signed for school. Those guys, they seem, well, if they're there to work, great, that would be wonderful. And it's first come, first serve, and we're gonna have the other commissions as well will be helping. So we may fill up quickly, so go ahead and start filling out the information.
Yeah, you have to sign up on the sign up sheet, but yes, it's open to people that want to help.
Okay.
And it's 2-hour breaks, so it's 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, right, Demetrius? 2 hours from 10 to 12, from 2 to 4.
Yes, and we also included a lunch break. So basically from 10 to 4, you can do 2-hour increments. From 10 to 12, 12 to 2, and then 2 to 4. We just added an extra lunch time. So if anybody want to come over and hang over during lunch. We are doing social distance. So has everyone been to like the basement or the exhibit hall of the convention center? Like, it's extremely huge. So
Daddy has. Daddy, you've been to the International Festival. It's that big exhibit hall.
okay.
Okay.
And so we're practicing social distance. Tables are 20 feet away from each other. We're taking all precautions. We're doing temperature check. Like Bertha said, we don't want a lot of people down there just because of COVID and practicing social distancing. So, come have fun. Hopefully we can turn some music on and just have a good time to just, love on our residents.
Yeah. The reason why I asked is just because, as some of you may know, I run the Wake County Black Student Coalition, so I can definitely get some youth out there as well, if that's okay with y'all. I definitely don't mind spreading the word.
Yeah, that's great. Well, the sign up has the limit on how many slots you need, so
Yeah, for sure.
That would be great. That would be a great help. Marguerite, did you have your hand up?
Did so, but Demetrius covered most of what I was going to share. So, and also in addition to that, once you are registered, all the volunteers will receive an email just outlining like where to go, what the protocol guidelines are, and then a volunteer release form. So that'll cover us, especially with the youth coming out. So you have to fill that form out, and we'll have some hard copy and then some virtual electronic forms for people to be able to fill out before coming.
So, go on.
So Marquita, do you have anywhere on a Sign Up Genius or Demetrius Sign Up Genius or on the waiver form or whatever? There's like a standard form for for people coming in and out so that they waive, like they can't sue the city for.
Yes, that's the volunteer release form. We'll have that. Yeah,
we'll have that. Okay.
Cover the liabilities.
Yeah, I was just gonna make sure. Yeah. Okay, good.
Thank you.
And just a reminder, this project is us, the Raleigh Human Relations Commission, the Police Advisory Board, the Hispanic and Immigration Affairs Board, the Fair Housing Hearing Board, the Mayor's Commission on Compassion, and the Mayor's Committee of Persons of Disability, and the Substance Use Advisory Commission. So there will be representatives from each of those helping too. So it's going to be a good effort. Okay, any other questions? Sorry, that was a little jumbled there but new information we have. Okay, Communications Committee.
Yeah, I'll make a report for the communications committee. I see a Trace on here, but it's right now we're mainly focused on the Unity video, which we think will be a great tool to highlight our theme of Unify Raleigh. And just to give you a recap of that, it's just a video that will showcase residents throughout Raleigh and how that they're working towards unity, or what they envision a unified Raleigh to be. And so we made tremendous progress on that. We've connected with the city, and we really think that we will have something, a good production that we all can be proud of by the spring. So that's what we're working on now.
Yeah, it was great that the city is on board and really excited to support us and to help us with the video. So that's a very, very good. Thank you.
So a couple of things about this, guys. Are we talking about this video now? Should we discuss this now? Because Marquita had mentioned moving the filming dates, because I think she's right. It is a short.
I sent that.
You did, or Marquita
Yeah,
did?
I did.
I think it is a short notice. You're right. Sorry, thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
But it is short notice, I think, for the 24th, 25th, and 26th, I think. What if we did it later?
Yeah,
I think that we need to decide that with our committee meeting, Gabriella and me and
Yes.
Tori and you and one more person on that video.
Trey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we need a meeting. We need a meeting to talk about that.
Yeah, just to let everyone know that's a possibility, and we're working out the details as far as like questions and who should be invited and all that stuff.
But having the city involved and excited about it that was a big hurdle.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a hurdle, but it was a big question mark that we were happily was happily answered, and that made us all very happy.
Well, we were laughing because what started with me and Gabriella and Mary, and it was like a 10-second, very candid video, like, just send it, and it turned out to be a big, huge production.
Yeah. So yeah. It'll, like Tori said, it's going to be something that we're all going to be super proud of.
We will. It's just different when we do it. But anyway, it's fine. It'll be beautiful anyway. But just wanted to let everyone know.
All right, Tori, you're back on Public Safety Committee.
Yeah, Mary, we met at the end of January, on January 26th. We're meeting regularly now on the 4th Tuesday of each month. And right now we've really been, because we feel like that the public safety is something that's very important, obviously, but it's a lot of commissions that the city council has already prioritized to handle that. And so we feel like one of our main missions to be reaching out to other committees. And so we've reached out to the Public Advisory Board, the Police Advisory Board, to the Raleigh Police Department, and to the Raleigh Fire Department. And so we're in the process of communicating with them to get them to actually come on to one of these meetings and talk about how their mission overlaps with the Human Relations Commission. And then also after our last meeting, Marquita informed me that there's an environmental advisory board. So we're going to talk about how to reach out to them. And also during our last meeting, we had a member who was participating from Victor Company, which is a nonprofit made up of Black firemen.
Right.
And so we've reached out to them, talked to them, and we're going to work with them to see how that we overlap, how they can help us with. But the main thing we need to work on is trying to figure out what our priority is going to be going throughout the year. A lot of the issues that have kept coming up are how we can deal with COVID, education, and resources. And so that's one of the things that we're talking about. But we look forward to figuring out what that's going to be going forward. And also, we just want to congratulate Marquita and thank her for all of her service.
Right.
So you touched on Diversity Relations Committee, right? Bylaws, I think Chris was actually the chair for the bylaws. And
sorry, may I back up?
Okay.
For the diversity one, the only thing that we were working on was what Dr. Caesar already mentioned, about our concern with the Hispanic, like the name
Yeah,
Hispanic and Immigrant Board. I still think like as an immigrant, when I read Hispanic and Immigrant Board, it reads Hispanic. So I don't feel like it's representing the whole thing. And I don't know what the dynamics or, you know, if there's anything we can do, but I feel like it needs to be looked at a little bit.
okay,
That's the only thing for diversity. And then we were going to ask everyone to, we haven't done it yet. We mentioned it last time that we're going to ask all the boards, see what kind of, you know, diversity, how they,
how diverse they are.
how ensure, yeah, how do they ensure that there's a diverse group of people on their board?
Right. That'll be our next down the road.
Yeah, after the.
Sorry, I forgot. I thought we were. Okay, thank you for the update. Bylaws Committee. So as I said, Chris was our committee chair. I don't think Gabrielle and Patsy isn't here, but I don't think we've worked on that because we've been doing grants, right?
Correct. So we did not meet since our January Human Relations Commission meeting. Once Patsy does join, and if anyone else wants to join, Jakob, if you'd like to join us, we can do a meeting in March.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good thing to look at in March. And nominating committee, we will not.
We did meet on the 19th.
Yeah.
And I guess two things that we did discuss was writing up a nomination process that would, you know, just carry over year to year when other people are in the position. And then we also talked about the possibility of a process for complaint if someone has a complaint or concern. But we have to wait and see what the city council, if they approve our work.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And also looking at what on the North Carolina Jean's group, talking to them too. I started talking to Marquita about that, but we'll wait. It's not a discussion for now. We've talked about the video. Do we have anything out for old business? Okay, anything more with committees? Okay, we'll move to old business.
Sorry, Mary, I have a question real quick for the communications committee. I think since we have it, just food for thought, and we don't have to talk about it tonight, but I was just thinking, since we have $2,500 or whatever, $1,500 left in the budget for this year, I think that the communication committee can use the money to kind of build our audience, whether it's paying for ads, or like paid ads to direct people to the Facebook page and build that audience, or whatever, however my budget. But I feel like we really need to put an effort or money towards that cause, because we do all this good work, but not everyone hears about what the city is doing to help its citizens.
Okay. So maybe over the next month, we can talk to the communications committee, can come up with an amount and vote on that amount.
Yeah, and I don't know what the protocol is, Dr. Caesar, for with the city, but if do we need to get their approval to post, how can we do all that stuff? So I think just food for thought for later.
Yeah,
that's right. I was going to say that, remember, we do have social, and if the video is produced through the City of Raleigh Communications, that is something that is approved to be uploaded to the site. We have YouTube, and we have our Facebook, Twitter. So that is something we can do. I'll say the City of Charlotte has recently put out a communication for their Community Relations Commission, which is very similar to this. I'm going to see if I can get the link and put it in the chat for you all to view.
Oh, okay. That'd be great. Thank you. I think we've talked about the video, so I don't think anything else about the Unity video update, I think we covered that. New business? Any new business that anyone would like to bring to the commission? We have our own community event, which is wonderful. But anybody else have anything that they'd like to bring to the, I don't have you all on view, so if you'd raise hand, but I did see Gabriella.
I didn't want to mention, I don't know if anyone's heard, there's an organization that's based here in Raleigh called the Friends of Oberlin Village. And they are doing a lot of work to bring recognition to the Cameron name, specifically in regards to Cameron Village. Cameron name was one of the largest, if not the largest, slave owner in North Carolina. And the Friends of Oberlin Village are working to preserve the history of Oberlin Village, which was one of the first neighborhoods, areas, settlements, post-Reconstruction, where African Americans could purchase land, built up a community, and they want to preserve that history. And so they're doing a lot of work to get Cameron Village to change their name to now it's going to be called the Village District. They also worked with Daniels Middle School to change the name from Daniels Middle School to Oberlin Middle. They are doing a tour of the neighborhood on Saturday, February 27th. And if anyone's interested in attending, I'm happy to share some information. They're also going to be doing a virtual event on Sunday, February 28th. And so I'm happy to share some info if anyone's interested. I think that they're an organization that we should definitely be connected with. And I would love to highlight the work that they're doing in our Unity video.
Okay.
What was their name again?
They're called the Friends of Oberlin Village, and I will share their website.
Yeah, share that with us.
Sure.
Also, at the city council meeting, the George Floyd Foundation is in talks with our Raleigh City Council about having their headquarters in Raleigh. It's in talking. It's not something that's in stone right now, but that's something that I did list here during the city council meeting that I had written down to share. Anybody else have? Oh, Tori.
Yeah, I mentioned the Victor Company, which is the nonprofit of Black firefighters in Raleigh, but I forgot to mention that they're having an event on the 27th that they invited us to come to if we're free, and it's going to be at the Raleigh Fire Station. I sent the information for it in the chat room.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is in person?
It is actually an in-person event.
Oh, 27th is a busy time. Anyone else? I have you all in gallery now, so I can see you. Okay, Tori. All right, it looks like no other remarks. We've done our. Oh, Dr. Caesar.
Yes, one thing that I needed to mention to you all too before we get off tonight is that on the 16th at the city council meeting, I'll be making a presentation, and it'll just be an update on the Office of Equity and Inclusion and just touching on a few items. It'll be this event, our Unify Raleigh event. I'll present that to council, and also the LGBTQ basics training will also be presented. So I just wanted to let you all know that I'll be presenting at council next Tuesday. It's at 1 o'clock. It's virtual. You can see it on YouTube or you can watch it on RTN. So I wanted to remind you of that.
March.
It's the 16th, February the 16th.
Oh, February the 16th. Okay.
Yeah. And also I put the YouTube link in the chat for the City of Charlotte, CRC. They're calling it their PSA. They're a little different than us because they do have their fair housing included with their HRC. So they talk about the things that they do and the services that they offer. And what made me think of it is when Crystal said, hey, do we have a complaint process? Charlotte actually has mediation. So I've already reached out to Willie Rashford, who's the director of their community relations department. And I asked about mediation training, if that's something that we can bring to Raleigh, particularly for this group.
Yes, that's,
in the future, but
yes,
I think it'd be helpful.
that would be great. In the conversation that I've had, yes, we started going down that road. So yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And one last point of privilege, please, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you all for your efforts. You guys are outstanding. It's been a pleasure for me to listen to all the ideas and all the work that you're doing. So thank you all. And I just want to encourage y'all to keep doing what you're doing. So that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for all the support and answering emails. Demetrius was working hard. Marquita, we're gonna miss you so much. Dang.
I know.
And Dr. Caesar, thank you so much for leading us and kind of directing us in the right direction. So thank you all, everyone. Deja, she's not here, but please pass on our appreciation.
All right, with that, I will adjourn this meeting, 6:59.
Yep.
Everyone have a wonderful week or weekend.
Bye, Marquita.
Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Bye, Marquita.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.